to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It is One Sheet Wonder time, and tonight I am going to be featuring the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. We are going to be using one 12 by 12 sheet to create 7 cards featuring the Cheerful Daisies bundle that is part of the suite for the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. Let's change the camera and get started. Okay, so my StampCamp at Home Card Club kits for this month feature this gorgeous Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. Club members get a 6 by 12. I just cut the pack in half. And they're going to get all the in-color ribbons and then some solid gems. So tonight I'm going to use this print right here, and it's geared right for One Sheet Wonders. I'm going to show you how to cut up this print to create 7 cards. And I'm also going to be using the Cheerful Daisies stamp set and dies. So let's get started. 7 cards. See how I can get these cranked out. All right, this print, where's my trimmer here? This print kind of shows you how to do your cutting. So super easy for a One Sheet Wonder. We're going to start with this side right here, and we're going to cut it straight like so. Now we're going to take it and put it in this way and cut this one straight down the center. And then we're going to turn this piece and cut it like that. So far, so easy. We're going to take this one and cut that. If you have a little bit of that print from next door left over, just trim that off like so. Now this piece, we're going to cut this one off right here. All right, save that like that. This one, we're going to cut this piece off. Again, I got a little bit of that blue showing, so I'm just going to trim that down. Looks good. And we're going to cut these pieces up. So pretty easy to cut up. Just follow the paper print. Like so. And that's all you're cutting for that 12 by 12 piece. Now let's start assembling. So I'm going to start with the ones that I call no-brainers, which would be this one, and then this print here. Super easy. You don't have to do a lot to them to make them gorgeous cards. I'm going to get in camera here a little bit better. So let's start with this one right here. My card base, I pulled out the Early Espresso, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So let's go ahead and fold on that score line. Line up and crease that. Then I have a piece of white. Now this white is 4 by 5 3/8, and we're going to add our cut piece to it. So with this One Sheet Wonder, we have 3 of the prints, actually 4, that are pretty simple, quick and easy. And then 3, we're going to use those dies from the daisies, the stamp set, all that good stuff. I'm going to try to line that up towards the top, keep that straight, like so, and then we're going to attach this to our card front. Now for the inside of your card, I would put a piece of white and then maybe stamp a couple of the daisies from the stamp set. So we're going to leave that like that. We're going to take our, I've already pre-cut. Now that framelit is part of the Cheerful, what is it? Cheerful Daisies bundle. And so the words, the die cut, everything is from the bundle. We're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. All right, and we're gonna just put that, it's got a special spot right here at the bottom, works perfectly. This card is so quick and easy to put together. Then I took a piece of the wild wheat ribbon, tied it in a knot. What you want to do, because this ribbon will fray, is I light a little candle and then I just pass the ribbon through the flame and it like cauterizes the end so it will keep it from raveling. Because nobody likes to have a raveled ribbon. Sometimes you want to ravel your ribbon, but for this one I did not want that. I'm going to take a glue dot, if I can find the end here, and we're going to put it right there and push our little dot right onto that glue dot. Give it a nice press. Perfect. And then we're going to come in with those in color gorgeous dots here. So I'm going to come in with, there's 3 different sizes, so just whatever you would like. And I'm going to just place them randomly around. And you could come in with a few more smaller ones if you like, kind of hidden in there. Sometimes it's hard not to go overboard. I don't know, do I want one? I think there. So there's the first card. How sweet and easy was that? Now we'll take this print right here, and for this one I'm going to come in with the wild wheat, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to fold that in half. This is just going to be attached to the front. Super easy. And I don't know if there is a direction for this print. I really don't think there is. Put that on the front like so. Then I just die cut using the Stylish Shapes die, a nice little circle. Die cut the framelit from the bundle, and then I cut a piece of that wild wheat, and I've already cauterized the ends on that. So I'm just going to run my adhesive down the back, center that on my ribbon, and then I'm going to pop this up. And this I'm going to just attach to the card front. And again, for the inside, I would put a piece of either white or berry vanilla. And then stamp one of those or a couple of the little daisies on that. We're going to put that on there. Then we're going to come in with those gems again. And this time I think I'm going to keep them off. Kind of put them like that. So there's that card. How quick and easy is that? Now we'll take this one. For this one, we're going to use the boho blue card base. It is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. We'll fold that in half. Now before I attach it to the card front, I'm just going to run some adhesive on the back at the bottom here. I'm going to take the boho blue ribbon, and about 1/2 inch from the bottom, I'm going to just put a piece there like that. I'm going to come across and then cut that ribbon just like that. Now I want to place a few glue dots underneath that ribbon. Right there, just to keep it nice and straight across, and like that. Now we can go ahead and attach it to our card front. I like to put adhesive on my ribbon so I know it's going to stay in place. Attach it to the card front. Like so. I've already went ahead and stamped using the copper clay ink. That is an in color. And it matches the background piece here. We're going to pop that up right towards the end over here. We're going to take that knot that I've made and already cauterized the ends. We're going to take a glue dot and place it right on the edge, oops, right on the edge here. Might have to get another one. Glue dots are your friends when it comes to ribbon. I think it holds much better than the liquid glue. So we're going to put that there. Plus you don't have to wait until it to dry. And then we're going to come in with these copper. You could do the blue. I got a couple blue left, but I think I'm going to come in with the copper instead. Let's put one there, and then we'll come in with a couple little ones on the side. Like so. So there's that one. How sweet is that? Now for the next one, we're going to be using basic white and then this piece right here. So our card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is the thick basic white. So I have a piece of crushed curry. I just want to make sure it's the same length here as my piece. That looks good. I'm going to put some glue on the back of that. So like the first 4 cards are going to go very quickly. The last 3 cards are going to be a little bit more detailed. So they will, I did do a pre-cutting, so it should go rather quickly, but not as quick as these that are just pretty much super simple to put together. Now I've used this same print before and did one sheet wonder cards with it, but I used a variety of stamp sets. So tonight, that could have been trimmed down a little bit. Tonight I stuck with, I'm going to see if I can pull this up, the bundle that coordinates with it. So it's all with the Fresh as a Daisy. There we go, much better. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my stamped image, and I stamped this using the copper clay. Kind of brought that out of that flowers right there. We're going to put that across the bottom right here. I've already tied my copper clay ribbon. I'm going to grab a glue dot, and this time we're going to put it right here on our flowers. A little tied up our bouquet there. And then we're going to come in with those copper clay gems here. So again, feel free to use as many as you like. You can put it on your sentiment. You can keep them in with the bouquet. That's pretty. I always like to use an odd number, so we have 4, so we're going to get another one in here, maybe up there. So there you go. Gorgeous and quick. That's what we like. Okay, so now we're going to take the other pieces, and I'm going to show you some different ways to adhere the daisies. So I've already went and die cut out of white this piece right here. I'm going to need to get these. I'm not going to use those. So for this card, I'm going to actually cut those out. So you can snip these daisies apart and use them all separately. Or you can, there's lots of, you can stamp, you can die cut pieces. This one we're going to do 3 layers. So I'm going to start with the white, and I've die cut the crushed curry with this more intricate die. And I actually put the adhesive sheet behind this crushed curry so that I don't have to do all the little glue dots. So we're going to get these all assembled. I gotta move that up just a hair if it will let me. All right, come on. There. So we're going to do that to each one of these. Whoops. And now I'm going to stick I'm going to just put a little glue on the petals. I could have used the 2-way or the adhesive sheet on those, but I didn't think that was necessary for these bigger flowers. Just going to hold that there. So this is the Pebbled Path, and that is an in color as well. This whole pack has a lot of the in colors in it. And I like all the layers. It just makes it all pop. I'm going to come in here now and do the last one, and then we'll add our centers. All right, so then I've already stamped and die cut out the little centers. For these littler ones, I actually prefer to hand cut them out. Put some glue here. I'm gonna put this on there. This is gonna go on there. And that one is gonna go on there. So there's my assembled daisies. So my card base is thick basic white, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Gonna go ahead and fold that in half. Then I have a piece of that Pebbled Path that's gonna go on here. I took another piece of the crushed curry and I ran it through that crossed hatch. I did that on that last piece too. Now the crossed hatch is part of the 3 basic embossing folders that is an online exclusive. So if you're looking for it in the catalog, you're not going to find it. It is an online only exclusive item. So if you would like to get those, there's 3 embossing folders in the pack. If you click on show more under the video, I have the link to all the supplies that I used on these 7 cards. So you can click on any of those links. It will bring you to my online store where you can purchase the gorgeous products. and begin making your own one-sheet wonders with the fresh as a daisy. Now we're going to take that striped print that we cut from our 12 by 12 sheet. We're going to put that on this pebbled path piece. And then we're going to attach that to the front. Like so. Make sure we're good. We're going to take our daisies and we're going to pop those up. And we're going to put those on here. We're going to take our sentiment, which I've already went ahead and put one little dimensional, because that's going to go off the edge here. So I'm going to kind of, I think I went right to the yellow, like so. And then I have my little ribbon again. And we're going to take a glue dot, place that right, kind of right there, take our ribbon, place that in there, so cute. And now we're going to use the pebbled path dots, and we'll kind of just stick them randomly around. Whoops. Like so. So there's that one. All right, so now we're going to come in with this one. Now this one I've already pre-stamped. We're going to leave that image on there, but I don't need to assemble it anymore because I kind of did that ahead of time for you. I layered them up on the pebble path, and then I did Very Vanilla, and then the outline one in Very Vanilla, and then I just took the Moody Mauve and a sponge dauber and just sponged it, giving that nice light pink. All right, and this time I'm leaving the leaves on, and I just backed them up with a piece of that copper or pebbled path. So our base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is going to go like this. I have a piece of pebbled path. Again, I use that same crosshatch embossing folder. And this time we are going to be using this print right here, but we're going to flip it over, and that's going to get attached like that. We're going to put that on here. And then I have this piece here, and that's where I got my Very Vanilla from. We're going to attach that there. So first we're going to attach this piece to our pebbled path right to the edge. And it looks like I might need to trim down my pebbled path just a hair. It's a little bit longer than my card stock here. So I'm just going to trim that ever so slightly. And now we can attach this to our card front. I'm going to put it to the side just like this. All right, we're going to attach this piece to that Very Vanilla. Like You know what? Before I attach this, I was supposed to run a piece of ribbon across, but that's all right. It'll just be different this time than my sample I did today. All right. And if I wouldn't have told you, you wouldn't have known anyway. But I'll show you what I was going for and didn't accomplish, but that's okay. So I've already put the dimensionals on the back. So yes, I use the other side of, let's see, I got a little paper. I use the other side of the paper for this card. And then I've already got the dimensionals on the back side. And I use the Pebbled Path ink. So I'm going to try to slip that under there a bit. Like so. Then we'll just take our ribbon and we'll stick it right here on the side. Like so. Which is a little bit different than what I did on my sample, but it should work. And then I'm going to take the Pebbled Path gems and we'll put those around. So there's that one. Now here is what it was supposed to be. I was going to run that ribbon around there before I attached it to my card front, but I forgot to do that, so it's going to be this way. And I think I can probably turn that so that it comes in a little bit more. So there's that one. And now are we down to one more? I think so. All right, so this one, again, I use the Pebbled Path. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to fold that in half. All right, I have these pieces left over. So what I did, flip this one over. We're going to attach that to the card front. Like so. Then I have this piece here, which I'm going to attach to this white. And we're going to attach that like so. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. We're going to take the Pebbled Path ribbon and run it right where those two pieces kind of meet, the green and then the print, like that. I'm going to take this and I'm going to attach it to my card front. See, make sure that's straight. I'm going to attach it like this. All right, we're going to take our sentiment, we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals. We're going to put that across the bottom down here, like so. Take our ribbon, get me a glue dot. We're going to put it right here on the side. And I might want to put one underneath that ribbon a little bit, just right where that ribbon is going to be. And then attach our bow. And then we're going to take, and I'm doing it all in the white. I just want this one right here. So all I'm going to do is snip off the leaves and snip off those other little flowers. Now you could use them on the inside of the card if you like. We are going to attach, let me attach that to this first. So it's going to be white on white. Okay, I hope I didn't lose you. My screen went black. It's usually never a good sign. I just want to pop out those pieces there that didn't get out. I didn't think I would see them, but I think I will. So we're going to attach that, just like we did on the other one I showed you. But we're doing white on white. And then for this piece, I'm only going to put glue just in the center. And there's not much center there, but just that little center strip. Just like that. I want them edges to flare up a little bit. It just gives it some dimension. Then we're going to take the little pebbled path that I've already stamped and die cut out. We're going to put that right there in the center like that. And then we're going to pop up our whole piece. Like that. And place that right there. And then we're going to come in, this time I'm going to take those mauve, the Moody Mauve, and I'm going to take one of the smaller ones and just do it right in the flower center there. And then I think I'll put one there and then maybe another smaller one there. Oops, where did it go? Oh, there it is. There we go. There. Perfect. So those are your One Sheet Wonder cards for tonight using the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. Now, like I said, there's really no pattern because you just cut up the print on all the lines, and then here are your 7 gorgeous cards. Let's see, which one am I missing? This one right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's the same. Oh, this one. So there we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gorgeous cards from that one Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. 7 gorgeous cards. Really quick and easy. But that is it for tonight. If you need any of those supplies, I do appreciate any and all orders. You'll find the links to everything that I used. Under the video, it says show more. Click on that and you'll find all the links to the supplies that I used on the cards tonight. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Click on that bell in the upper right-hand corner so you always know when I go live. That is it for today. Thanks for stopping by.